My dear friends, Prane Bhutancha Bhavyanta Prane Sarvam Pratishritam Prano hi Bhagavan Matareshwaram. Prana is everywhere. Prana is there in all living animals. Prana is there in all living plants and trees. Prana is there in non-living stone. Prana is Bhagavan. Prana is Father. Prana is Mother. Without prana flowing through the body, there is death. Prana is more than breath, for prana maintains the very integrity of the body. It holds the mind, senses, physiology, and every other aspect of a person together as a coherent whole. Yet, by itself, prana cannot be perceived directly by any of the senses. In our face, we have two eyes, two ears, two nostrils, one mouth, wrapped by skin, two eyes, sense of sight, two ears, sense of hearing, two nostrils, sense of smell, mouth, sense of taste, skin, sense of touch. Prana cannot be perceived directly by any of the five senses. This important point is illustrated by a simple story from the Prashnopanishad. Prashnopanishad, also called Shat Prashnopanishad, is an ancient Sanskrit text embedded inside Atharva Veda. Prashnopanishad is a question and answer session where 6 genuine advanced seers approaches Rishi Pippilada. The story goes like this. There was once a man whose 5 senses and prana each thought they were the most important parts of the body and therefore deserved to be the king of bodily kingdom. The sense of smell claimed supremacy, but the sense of touch refuted it, pointing out the importance of touch to the development of all living creatures. The sense of taste then argued for its supremacy, followed by the sense of sight. The sense of hearing then stated that it, being the most subtle of the 5 senses and corresponding to the Mahabhuta of space, it was therefore the most important. As they continued to argue, they would turn to prana and say, and as for you, you know that you are definitely not the king. Why? We cannot even see you. Prana thereupon interpreted their arguments to suggest that each sense leave the body one by one, so the others could experience the deprivation and so determine which should be king. Smell left first, and the others certainly noticed the loss, but found they would still carry on. Then smell returned, and touch left. Then touch returned, and taste left. Then it was sight's turn, and then hearing. Each time the others experienced a certain deprivation, and it was no easy matter to determine which sense was most important. As they resumed their arguments again, they hardly noticed when prana began to leave, but quite suddenly the whole body was thrown into turmoil. The senses became disordered and confused by their own de-engaged activity. The whole quality of the universe seemed to change as the body unexpectedly began to die. "Come back!" cried the five senses in desperation. Similarly, prana quietly returned to the body, and with it, peace returned to the bodily kingdom. "O prana," said the five senses, "we are sorry. We thought of ourselves so highly. Now we know that we are dispensable, but you are not, for you are the source of life itself. You are indeed king, and we are your loyal servants." And the five senses bowed humbly. The moral is that though imperceptible to the senses, prana, the life force, makes all other faculties, including the senses, possible. Thank you, my dear friends.